welcome to the channel. Today I am doing up our garlic. It's been sitting out in the cold storage and it's starting to get a little bit soft, and it's actually, a lot of them have actually started sprouting. So I probably should have done this a few weeks ago, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to get them done now, and I'm just going to preserve them in olive oil because they're, otherwise they'll just go bad and go to waste. They're a little bit soft, but they're all right. They'll be just fine. I've just pulled all the bulbs apart, so I've got individual cloves, and now I'm just taking the paper off of the cloves so that I can chop them up. Tell you, it's not pretty looking at this point anymore either. Okay, that's it. Get this mess all cleaned up. Got a few here that I kept that are still nice and firm. I've got my handheld chopper. Got this when we first moved here because we were going off grid and I wasn't sure if we would have enough power to run an electric one. So I actually gave my electric one to my daughter and I got this one. So this has been awesome actually. It's noisy, but it's really, really good. So now I just need to cut off the root and cut off the sprout, throw it in there. Okay, let's start with that. Maybe I have to go a little bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks perfect. I think the secret is to kind of keep it a little bit loose. Like that. Bring it with the oil. There. 3 jars of olive oil. I mean, 3 jars of minced garlic. So now I'm going to take these, clean off the rims, put seals and rings on them, and put them, use my vacuum sealer to draw as much air out of them as possible, and then I'm going to store them in the fridge. Not sealed, but sealed. We've been doing some more research and doing it the way that I did it. Like, half of the people say it's okay, the other half of the people say it's not okay because of botulism. So we would rather not take any chances So I've unjarred it all, and I'm just gonna add a bunch of salt, and I'm gonna mark it salted, of course, because when we use it, we'll have to adjust the recipe for the amount of salt we've put in here now. And yeah, we're gonna salt it in the olive oil, and we're gonna throw it in the freezer instead of leaving it in the fridge. It was really a lot of conflicting information about canning raw or preserving raw garlic. I didn't want to pressure can it because I don't have it enough to get out my big pressure canner. So we're just going to do it this way now, and it's going to go in the freezer. There we go. I've got 5 containers. I will label them and date them, and we'll keep one in the fridge, and the rest will go in the freezer. It looks alright, I think. It'll be delicious. Very beautiful out here. This is like the best day we've had yet, I think. I don't even have a toque on, or boots.
Get what?
Right?
So you can still turn it.
This one's a pain because that bottom doesn't swivel, eh? So we went up to the lumber yard, got a bunch of slab wood. We want to extend this fence that we have around the back of the shop. So we got 12 footers and we got 8 footers. So I'm just going to start sorting through them, pulling out the ones that are good for the fence and pulling out the other ones that are for firewood. So this one is firewood. This one is a fence board. Are you gonna help? I'm not sure, that one's pretty short.
You can do the talker because I got a little bit of a cold.
Yeah, Jeff's sick. We went down south again. One of us is guaranteed to come down with something when we get back.
It's always me. You may
Usually
catch
him.
it from me
I have a little bit of a runny nose, and that's the extent of my sickness this time, it seems. But anyway, we've got the 8 footers all done. So, and the bark was all falling off, as you saw. So it took a lot longer, but this is what we have. We got all kinds of I don't know what you call them, just, you know, sort of dimensional lumber, but it's all cedar. So it's all going to be used for trellises for the garden and, you know, just miscellaneous little things.
Kindling.
This is all the campfire and kindling and stuff like that. That's all the bark off of them because they all lost their bark, which was a pain in the neck. But we got all these that are good for the fence, which is fantastic. So
yeah, these will make decent fence boards.
yeah, I think so.
We just stand them like that. You kind of fill the gap and overlap
just
them.
overlap them just slightly.
You can
Great, and then we got to do the same thing with these. Instead of 12 footers, but a lot of them are big on one end, so we'll cut them down to 8 feet, whether we have to cut the skinny end off or cut the big end off, so that they're more equal in size, and then all what's left over will also be firewood. Cutter's finding all kinds of rodents. He got a mouse already and buried it somewhere.
keep an eye, and if I'm going to tip that, if the bar's going to fall off, fine.
Yeah.
Tell me to stop.
Okay. Yeah, there's a fair bit of wood in here too, eh? Short pieces.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to come in and try to scoop it when you started coming this way.
No.
Get under there and scoop it, but no.
Well, maybe.
We'll see. We will see. Lunchtime. So this of those 2 big bundles, this is all going to be cut up and split for firewood, campfires, and kindling and stuff like that. So we'll have enough to last us for a couple years anyway. This area over here where we've been storing all the wood for the last couple years, all the slab wood, all the bark had fallen off and it was all laying around in here. So we got that all cleaned up. So everything is starting to look nice again for the spring. $35, supposed to be at $44.
You never know. Be careful they don't fall off. Brakes. They certainly didn't put brand new brakes on this thing when we bought it. It won't be long, there's not much. So in the fall, these things might come off easier. Not might, they will come off easier. It's a little thing most shops don't do. And I don't understand why they don't do it, because if you're going to work on the customer's vehicle, you're just doing yourself a favor for when it comes back and you have to take the brakes off. Yeah, that cap makes it harder to put on. Use the socket, I guess.
Yeah? Oh, just so you can get it started?
Yeah.
Spring is here for sure. I've been doing some stuff out in the garden. It's been great. Had a big windstorm a couple days ago. Lost a couple trees here. There's an ironwood over here and this big dead ash. So we got to get them, get it cleaned up because it's on the path. So Jeff is working on getting his boat ready because it's almost that time of year again too. So I'm going to get this cut up. Jeff's working on his boat. It's not going down any further this We're going to get this all loaded up. Jeff's going to bring the tractor out and get it loaded up on the bucket, dump it over where, got a bunch of other wood that needs to be split. We had another ash tree come down out in the woods there, so we'll get this over there and get it split up. On our last video, we put in our UV filter, our UV light for our water, but what we did was we just put packs all the way down, but after a little more research and reading the instructions, you are not supposed to have packs because some packs, but not all, is not UV resistant. We don't know if ours is or not, so we just said, okay, we're going to do copper. So we added copper down the one side and copper down coming out of the bottom. So now we don't have to worry about it degrading the PEX pipe. So it'll be good forever. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment.